is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to you with a quick video. I wanted to let you guys know I got some new merchandise available, not just t-shirt anymore. I got different type of t-shirt, different type of shirts and logos that you can purchase on my spread shirt, and also hoodies now. We have expanded and added more to the channel and more merchandise for the brand. Thanks for supporting. It will be in the description and the links will be in the comment section below. Thanks for helping me and supporting the movement. Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis. I'm going to check out the video. What is good, YouTube? The last what to expect this season for the teams, and it's the Charlotte Hornets, a team that just lost to my Celtics. They in a disarray this year. We don't know if they're going to be rebuilding. We don't know if they're going to try to compete for the playoffs. We don't know if they're going to trade Kemba Walker. We don't know if they're going to give him an extension to keep him in Charlotte. He's one of the most underpaid players in the NBA, if not the most underpaid, because the year that he signed his contract. But also, no Steve Clifford. They have a new GM. They have a new coach. They have some new pieces. They have some old pieces. And this team is a team that came close to making the playoffs. They got major injuries last year, especially to Malik Monk. And then you had, obviously, Nicholas Batum missing a lot of the time. They could not get it right, and they could not really fill the voids of these players. This year, they got a lot of help. They got a lot more talent from top to bottom. Not the best talent, but they have some solid NBA players, so I'm about to go over that. Obviously, Kemba Walker, 28 years old, giving you an all-star caliber numbers, and he was an all-star last year. Even though he was an injury replacement, he still was an all-star. He played well enough to get in. Obviously, he couldn't lead his team to the playoffs, but he went out there and gave 110%. Went out there no matter how tough the games got, no matter how bleak and weak the season looked, and even when they looked like they wasn't going to make the playoffs, him and Dwight Howard went out there and gave their best effort every single game, and they gave them a chance to make the playoffs. They just couldn't win enough and overcome the injuries. But Kemba is always going to be a highlight because of his talent to be able to be in attack mode, putting pressure on the defense and being able to score in multiple ways. He's always going to have value, whether he's a six-man or even the starting point guard on a decent to a contender. It depends on who's on the roster, how the team is playing. He's a guy that can fit in with certain rosters, and he's also a guy that can really play well. But he win as the franchise guy? Charlotte, he hasn't been able to show that, even though he hasn't had the talent that other teams and players has had. I don't know if Kemba can be your best player. I know he could possibly be your third, fourth, or under on a contender. So I don't think he can be your second best player or your first best player. You're trying to win a championship, but I do think he can be a starting point guard on a championship team. Charlotte just has never been one, and he has been underrated because of that. Now we got to talk about Nicholas Batum, the 29-year-old. A lot of people forget that he's still in his 20s. The shooting guard, which he really plays small forward. Sometimes he do play the shooting guard position. He's long, he's lanky. He's always injured. He hasn't really lived up to the contract that Charlotte gave him. I kept trying to tell y'all when you made the trade for Nicholas Batum that he isn't going to change the culture. He isn't going to put you over the hump. He's just going to make you mediocre at best. And that's basically what they have been since they had got Nicholas Batum. They've been okay. They haven't been great. They haven't been consistent. They haven't been dominant. Plus, he missed a lot of games the last couple seasons, and he wasn't the biggest difference maker even when he was healthy. And, for them to pay $24 million for a guy that's okay at best, not really great at passing, not really great at shooting, not really great at defense, you better off paying Miles Bridges $3 million a year than paying Nicholas Batum. The problem is getting rid of the contract. Bismack Biyombo, he's a guy that puts a lot of effort and energy. He's not really great at too many things. He's not the best shot blocker. He's not the best scorer. He can't shoot. Not a great free throw shooter. But, he gives you 110% when he is on the court. But he's just not really great at anything either. Besides really being an undersized center that can use his length and speed and athleticism to be a rim protector, which he's not great at either. Miles Bridges is a guy that they just drafted 20. years old, 225. He's a big guy. He's a guy that's just like Nicholas Batum. The only difference is he's 20 years old and he has room to improve and grow. He's a guy that's going to do a lot of things. He can score, whether it's going to the paint, whether it's hitting mid-range jumper. He can shoot the occasional three. I think that's something that he's definitely going to improve on. He was decent in college, but he can get significantly better in the NBA, considering that this is the highest level he can play on, and he can't really go no further than this. So all he can really do is improve on what he already does, and if he continues to do that, he can be an all-star caliber player in the Eastern Conference. I don't see why not. But will he get the opportunities? Will he get the shots? Will he become a starter on this roster for the whole season? That's something that we have to see. He showed that he can play. He showed that he can score in summer league. He even showed that in preseason. We just have to see it in 82 games or however long he played. Can he consistently score when they make the adjustments, when they start finding out what he loves and what he don't like to do? And once they make those adjustments, will he hit a rookie wall, or will he make the adjustments and continue to play strong like he did in college and summer league and so far in preseason? That's the question for him. But like I say, even if he do hit the rookie wall or he do struggle a little bit in the season, he's only 20, and this is only his first year. It's a learning process, and he has a lot of stuff to learn and see, whether it's on or off the court. So I think he'll be fine. Willie Hernan Gomez, he's a guy that was a little silly, but he's a solid prospect. I think that he is a big that can do multiple things, especially because he's on his rookie contract. You're not really paying him that much. I think he won't get as big significant minutes. He won't be the biggest game changer, but he is some young talent that other teams might be interested in. And if they are, I can see them trying to get rid of him. If not, he can stay on the roster. I don't really see him making that big of a difference in the future, but he is a solid player at worst. Frank Kaminsky, he hasn't really lived up to the hype coming out of college. He was billed as a finished product, a guy that can shoot the three, a guy that can post up, a guy that can hit the elbow jumper. He just turned out to be just a role player at best. And he's 25 years old. He's 7 foot, but he seems like he's not going to get too much better than what he already is. And at worst, he's a stretch four that can really hurt you if you don't pay attention to him, because he's good in a lot of offensive areas. So if you're not paying attention to him, he can hit you for 15 to 20 points because he has the fundamentals and he has the IQ to take advantage of the shots that he's given. Other than that, Frank Kaminsky has been a solid player and nothing more than that. But then again, what did you really expect from him anyway going into that draft? Michael Kidd-Gilchrist has been a guy that they drafted so high. He has so much potential, could not stay healthy for multiple years. He has stayed healthy, but he isn't a great offensive player still. He's not a great shooter still, but he's a guy that is a solid defender, can play and switch multiple positions, athletic, mobile, go after it, and he likes to give his heart. He's going to dive the loose ball for the loose balls. He's going to get the rebounds. He's going to play aggressively, and he is young. He still is 25. But Michael Kidd-Gilchrist probably can be a Tabu Cephalosha at best. And I don't know if that's what you wanted from a number 2 pick in the draft. I don't think he lived up to the hype. The injuries obviously played a big part into that. But at the same time, you know, you want more from a second selection. Jeremy Lamb, he was a guy that a lot of people gave up on, and he became a solid player. They needed somebody that can shoot the ball at that shooting guard position, and Jeremy Lamb has been inconsistent at that, but they really didn't have nothing, because you can say the same thing about Miles Bridges. You can say the same thing about Nicholas Batum. You can say the same thing about Malik Monk. None of these guys are consistent three-point threats. None of these guys are consistent shooters still at this point of their career. So that's something that they're definitely looking forward to fixing in the regular season, is finding that guy that can play defense, which Gilchrist can do, but he can't shoot. And then they want to find a guy that can be a marksman from three. That's not Malik Monk. That's not Miles Bridges. That's not Nicholas Batum. And it's definitely not Jeremy Lamb at this point. But once they find that shooting guard position, a guy that can defend and hit that three, that'd be a better team and have more floor spacing. And maybe Malik Monk can develop into a great 3-point shooter. Maybe Jeremy Lamb can figure it out eventually. He's not getting paid that much money. He still is young at 26. Or maybe, Miles Bridges becomes that guy. We don't really know, but they have some guys as tweeners, but they can't really shoot the ball, and that's something that they really need to go with Kimba. And they don't really have an inside presence offensively or defensively, because I do not count Bismack Biyombo as one of them. Tony Parker is a guy that's going to come in and just bring in a winning mindset and a winning culture, and hopefully he can rub off on a lot of these players and coaches with his veteran, his ability to win championship, being the Finals MVP. Maybe he can really turn this roster around with the mentality. This team hasn't really won a playoff series, hasn't really went into the playoffs deep, hasn't really had any real winners on this roster that has really went deep in the playoffs. And maybe that's what they wanted from Tony Parker, a guy that can walk it, talk it, and go out there and give you results, but also give you that mentality that you need to build great habits as a championship team. That's something that they lack. That's something they don't have. And Tony Parker can fill that void. The biggest thing about that is, will it be enough? Can he really get through to them? That's something that we don't know. But that's a big reason why they should give the deal to Tony Parker, is because that's what he can bring to the table. It's just a matter of, will it rub off? Will they listen? Will they use it? We will see. So I don't have this team making the playoffs. I think that they're going to be a borderline playoff team. They're going to win 30, 35, 37 games. The thing is, I don't think that will be enough to make the playoffs, and they will barely miss it, just like these last couple of years. They're going to compete. They're going to be a tough matchup. They're going to be a team you can't sleep on because they can beat you, but they're not going to be a team that's going to beat you consistently. They don't have enough offensively. They don't have enough shot creators. They don't have enough three-point shooting. They don't have a defensive identity or even a defensive anchor. I don't really call Michael Kidd-Gilchrist one of them, and they don't have one inside the paint. So this team is going to be a mediocre offensive team. They're going to be a mediocre defensive team, and that's not going to be enough to really get you to that playoff round, even in the Eastern Conference. And we're going to see if they really want to get rid of Kimba and get whatever they can for him, and even Nicholas Batum. Maybe they trade somebody on this roster to get rid of the Nicholas Batum contract. Maybe they believe in Nicholas Batum and he really help them out this year and make them as a 7 or 8 seed. Or maybe he's just going to be the regular Kimba, the regular Nicholas Batum, and that's not going to literally be good enough as a duo, as a tandem, to really make the playoffs. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Quinn Wade, basketball analysis. Signing out. Check out my website, analysisplayground.com. Link in the description in the comment section below. Check out my Facebook page, analysisplayground.com. Link in the description, comment section below. Check out my Spreadshirt. There you can find t-shirts, hoodies, sweaters, and all type of accessories like mouse pads, pillowcases, water bottles with my logo and my brand on it. Support that. Thanks for supporting. Thanks for watching. Thanks for binge watching my older videos. Continue to subscribe. Continue to like in on Facebook. Continue to like in the videos to show support. All the little things do matter, and I do appreciate you guys doing these things. And I do love making these videos. You guys do love watching them, so I want to continue to do this for the rest of the season. Let me know what you guys think. All 30 teams is done. The preseason is here. The regular season is about to start in about 2 weeks. And, I'm helping y'all get pumped up for the season by making these videos. Y'all been liking them. Y'all been enjoying them. And now we're going to really see who's going to win the awards and who's going to be the top 8 teams in the Eastern and the Western Conference. That's next. Me predicting the rankings, me predicting the players, me giving you the top 5 players at every position, just giving y'all something to be excited for, to watch and get ready for this season as it is about to get ready to start. And I'm going to give you all you need NBA-wise and get you ready for the season until that game finally tip off and the season begins. This Quinn Wade basketball analysis. I'm gone. If you want to see something, if it's something you want to ask, or hit me in the comment section, request it in the comment section, I'm gone.